Beard Laws Podcast, episode 108. 108 times. For whatever reason, you guys have all came in here. You guys have been to, well, you've been to pretty much everyone. Brandon, you've been to a lot of them. There's been a lot of people that have come and gone, but Ima is the real MVP. Throwing out that doll hair. That way we can get ourselves a Mick double. Grimlock Smash is in the house. Bearded Tater Turtle. So many amazing people. And if you're listening to this only because we've kind of transitioned a little bit of the segue to make this much more easy for everybody to listen to. So if you're listening to this, hopefully you do enjoy it. We would love some feedback. Shout out Squeaksbeard. And there's Toby. What's up, Toby?
Hey, sorry, I was having some OBS problems. I got everything fixed. Shout out Squeaksbeard. See, I was here during that time. I did technically make it before 2101.
Hey, I'm pretty excited because you know what? You've been here early enough that you're still earlier than most of the time than Logan.
I was thinking the same thing. So, and at least you weren't having IBS problems.
Yes.
Like still earlier than Coffee Fanatics.
Yes, that's little. Yeah, he tried to Mick rib for the first time, which we can get into in a little bit.
I saw that video. I loved it.
Oh, it didn't go well for him. So for anybody that hasn't seen it, we'll talk about this. So last week we forgot to do the intro. So we're gonna do the intro in a second. I just want to thank everybody. And again, if anybody has any questions that they want to ask us, we did do a thing with a photo last week. And I forgot about it until right now. So I want to go
Logan's
through
photo.
Yeah, Logan's photo. I forgot all about it. So we're going to go through the comments here. And we're going to do the introduction. And anybody that just joined, if you guys want to a little bit, go over to the Beard Laws Instagram page. There is a photo of Logan in an elf costume that he was wearing just because. And this is it right here. Let me show you. For anybody that's listening, you're not going to.
Beard Laws?
Yes,
Instagram
on the Beard Laws Instagram page. This is it right here. And what I'm going to do, because I'm a good guy like that, I think I can just copy link. And we'll put it out here. Hopefully that does the thing.
Man, I'm good looking.
So you go in here, get in your comments real quick, and we are going to read them live. We're gonna see them. We're gonna read them. So if anybody wants to get in there, and we're gonna continue to do this each week. And so if you have a picture or you have anybody that would truly like, to have a question or any feedback on here, make sure you email Logan at beardlaws.com. He's probably not going to check it, or feel free to just send them to my Instagram and we'll bring them up. We have an amazing couple of articles and some stuff we want to talk about. So let's do the introduction. Let's get into it. And rumor has it, I have a present for Logan that he doesn't know about.
What?
Yeah, I got a present. Because I was listening to another podcast in the middle of somewhere, and it was the Christmas episode from 2019 or 2019, and they were giving away presents. And I was like, you know what? I feel like giving Logan a present. So
it's the most advanced poop knife I've ever seen in my life, Logan.
Ooh, you wait.
I'm gonna need it.
Introduction time. No. We remembered it. We're back. Logan was again, for anybody listening, this is Matt with Beard Laws. We have Logan, Beard Laws 2, who's rocking the Place hat, which is a local establishment. He's got a maroon hoodie, and he just got really... Oh, I was like, why are you getting so close? And I'm imagining it has an eagle on it.
Yeah.
It's an American eagle. Yeah, he's probably had that since the 6th grade because that's when it was cool to wear American
I just
eagle.
bought that.
An American
I was doing my school and I went and I bought this instead of like good pants and clothes that I should.
I'm going to interrupt you. I'm going to interrupt you right there. You said you went school shopping as a 40-year-old man, right?
For my job.
Okay, fair enough. Anyways, we're going
to... I bought this instead.
Yes. Logan's DNA test. He is the son of Chris Elliott. Yes, Frank. Matt, friend of the show. If anybody hasn't watched that, you're not going to get that watch the middle of the podcast. But either way, below me, not actually below me or blowing me, is the one, the only Brandon J. McDermott. What's up, Brandon? Hey, he's got one hat on the show, and he's going to do the thing where he reveals that his hat has more meanings than there at some point. And then you have Toby, who's rocking a black shirt with a design that looks like...
So the design that's on here... Yep, the design that's on here is a custom design called the Bad Bunny. This is for Jasper the Bunny on High Notes.
Nice.
Just
like
representing another creator on social media, showing him some love.
Cool.
It's all about the love. And so a while back, I'm going to tell you a story. Me and Logan might have had a couple too many drinks after this podcast. And I was like, hey, pick out a Finlay hat because I want to give you a Finlay hat. And he picked one out. And then it came in and I was like, nope, I'm keeping this one. It's a limited edition one. You're not a flat brim guy. Logan didn't get it. And I put it right behind him for like the last 5 podcasts. And he hasn't noticed.
Like a douchebag does.
And I was like, you know what? I've been searching for the right hat for Logan. Let's be honest. He's not a flat brim guy. I mean, you say you could rock it.
This is as flat as I can get.
Yeah, you can't rock it. So what I did is I found the perfect hat for Logan. And you're thinking, oh, fuck.
I am.
No, but like this is a true, genuine gift because it is the exact. I think he's going to like it. So I'm going to hand it over to the studio and then he can react to it. So.
Oh, sword arms. Oh, cool.
So it's the exact hat that he wanted, but in the dad hat form.
Nice.
So it's not a flat brim, but it's the Finlay Shanties hat, the one that he wanted with a special edition clip. And then it's got the custom Pac-Man pocket in there.
Oh,
Fucking Christmas came early.
look at that.
So I was able to.
This isn't the only thing that came early.
So yeah, we ordered that a while ago, and I said, you know what, now's the time.
Smell.
I have to get that for him. So this is a much better look for you. It fits your head much better than a flat brim.
Let me size this. Don't mind.
And also, because I'm just a good guy,
thanks, buddy.
I got you a Beard Laws koozie
Nice.
because apparently you like beer.
Matt,
And I got to make sure to get
I
your
have
guys'
so
address, and I'm going to send you guys a Beard Laws koozie.
I have so
if nobody's ever told you before, Matt, you were a truly good friend.
Oh, I
He
try.
is.
Thank you. It's most of the time the way that I mess with Logan, because let's not forget that I did post that picture of him on Instagram. He
very
occasionally does say, you know, who needs enemies when you have friends like me? But at the end of the day, I try to be a good guy. And that's just a little thank you to Logan because he does show up most of the time, doesn't contribute anything prior to the show or after the show, but he shows up and he talks. And that's what we really appreciate because just like in the show, the podcast Middle Somewhere, there is one guy that's what he does. He just comes on the show and talks, and that's his role, and he's good at it, and that's what I appreciate about him. So
Thanks, kid.
So there's a couple of comments that we're going to continue, and then we'll read them in a little bit. But
you got a lot of forehead there, Logan.
I have a ton of forehead.
I have a lot of 6 head going on.
I have a 5 head.
See that fly land on it?
My brother, my brother who's balding makes fun of my 5 head.
You thought that was a fly. You thought that was a fly, Brandon. That was an American eagle. Like just.
No, there is one big
it's a
fucking fly
pterodactyl
that has
in
been in here for like 3 weeks, and I cannot outsmart this goddamn thing.
I'm
Every
gonna
time
get
I move just a
How's that
little
look?
bit. So Logan, if you kill it, Brown, or if
Well,
anybody,
you gave me this. I got to earn my keep.
yeah, that looks good on you. That's a
Yeah.
nice Finlay hat.
It's probably crooked. My fucking head is crooked too.
Yeah, either way, I'm glad the fly is over there with you. But either way, yeah.
How's it
So, you know, not that we're a show that has really any ads or sponsors. So I'm just gonna say, if you guys go to Finlay Hats, you can use code BeardLaws. It saves you $10 one time, but they don't give us money to say that. It just felt like a good time. But so this is random, but we're gonna get into this free flow conversation that we truly. Last week, if you hadn't watched it, go back watch last week's episode. We, as 4 grown ass adults, were laughing so hard there was at some point some tears. I don't know if you guys went back and rewatched it. I have a couple of times, listened to it. It was hilarious.
I think I've watched it like 3 times now. I just can't. Like I was live and I told everybody. I said, before you come to watch the podcast tonight, please God go watch the podcast prior to this. It is. I've never been in such a fun environment in my entire life. We were all at some point in time in tears,
I was crying.
out of breath. It was the greatest moment.
It was so good. So I said, you know what, let's keep this going. And last week we just started with a random topic. So I'm just going to say here, this is completely random because this is what it's going to be about. But I've noticed now that, you know, the job that I have is a little more physical and everything. It doesn't matter if it's summertime. Like I thought it was a summertime. My feet fucking stink. I just got a brand new pair of shoes. They stink. And I'm like, it's summertime. You know what I mean? It's hot. It's okay. Well, now it's wintertime. It was 26 degrees. I took my work boots off when I got home. They were atrocious, like to the point where I'm like throwing socks away because they smell that bad. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. Again, like, just like last week, it was like when I was talking about the poop thing, and you guys looked at me like, "No, that's never happened." So you guys are selling. You guys don't have
It's never.
you guys don't have stinky feet.
Well, listen, as far as my feet being stinky, I don't know. As we all know, I don't have a sense of smell. What I can tell you is that I've had frostbite so many times on my feet. I have horrible foot circulation. So when I'm wearing steel capped or my capped toed boots, my feet sweat so bad, so fast. Like within the first hour, I can feel my feet are like wet, and it's like trench foot by the time I take my boots off after like a 10 or 11-hour day.
So they probably stink. I'm not alone.
I'm with you
I
on that.
can only feel for my wife when it comes to that.
My feet definitely stink. I guess I haven't gotten to the point to where I'm vomiting. One thing I did learn when I was younger, and this isn't going to work if your shoes are soaked with sweat. If it's that bad, you probably need to dry them out first. But one thing I've tried is if you take them and you tie them in a plastic bag or two and you freeze them, it helps kill the smell.
Your
At
feet?
least, of the shoe.
No, what?
Oh,
no.
Okay. I was like, how in the fuck are you putting your feet in the freezer?
I've heard this.
Not do that. Let's just tell kids.
So
don't put
let
your
me
feet-
That's how Toby got his frostbite.
let me clarify.
I got it in the freezer.
I misunderstood the assignment.
It's not like my feet are sweating that I can wring out a sock. Like, you know what I mean? Like if
Right.
I was being me and overweight and going to a gym, they just fucking stink. But
Well, I was just going off of what Toby was saying, but go ahead.
no, go ahead. So, so what I was gonna say, that's a great thing. And then actually, this is a good little segue because we have an article from the mirror.co.uk that a man was. Oh, go ahead, Toby, first.
Real quick,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, as part of my tour up in Alaska, we did a 3-week stint in what's called Arctic Survival School, where they essentially put us up in the mountains for 3 weeks. You build a snow hut, you live off of whatever food you can forage or
And
snare.
you built a school out of snow.
We built a school out of snow for all the little people.
Did
No,
Bear Grylls go?
But one of the things that they did teach us, which is what is something that Brandon's talking about, is at the end of the day, you would take your boots and you would essentially leave them out. We wouldn't put them in bags, but you would leave them out of the hut. And what it does is all that sweat and everything that is pooled up into your boots and the fibers, it pulls all of the dirt. When it freezes, it pulls it all out to the surface of the fibers. And then when you get up in the morning, you bang the boots out, and all of that dirt and debris and everything that's been clogging up the fibers pulls out, and you put your boots on, and it's like you're wearing clean, fresh boots.
So is that where the term banging boots comes from?
Don't think so.
Oh,
I did not know the science behind it to that extent, but I will say as a 14, 15-year-old kid who didn't want his stinky feet being smelled by the girls in school, I was listening to every old wives' tale I could find to just make sure that it wasn't to the point of where I was making myself or anybody else around me vomit. But
it definitely does work, and it definitely will clean your boots. We had to do the same thing with our shirts, our pants, underwear, everything. You take everything off, you dip it in water, and you hang it up and let it freeze overnight. You wake up in the morning, you bang it off, and all of that dirt and everything is pulled out of the fibers. It's actually, now when you put it back on, better than coffee. I can promise you that. You throw on negative 45-degree underwear, your eyes open up real quick, and you're like, all right, let's get the day going.
Then you have so much shrinkage you can't see your dick for a week.
Well, lucky for me, I already had that before I ever did that.
Plus, the cold weather obviously would kill a lot of the bacteria, anyways.
Absolutely.
Sure. And the plastic bag in the deep freeze, what that does is it makes sure your freezer doesn't smell like dirty feet. Like it keeps it in the bag.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that would be terrible. So not only is this a good show, but it is an educational show, clearly. So there was a man shamed by boss after saying he couldn't come into work because his girlfriend didn't wash his socks. This is a real story from mirror.co.uk. Yeah, so apparently things are different in the UK. But yeah, we've all experienced those chilly winter mornings when it's tough to get out of bed and you're desperate for an excuse to call in sick to work. Apparently, we've all been there. One man, he left his boss speechless. Well, because apparently this dude, Ken Moore, which I think isn't that a paint or something? Maybe he's related to the paint guy.
Might be.
He's from Bristol.
Third cousins.
Not Tennessee. Apparently there's some, I'm guessing, a Bristol in the UK. Was left speechless after he got a text message from an employee saying that there was no way he could attend work that day because his girlfriend hadn't washed his socks. So he was so stunned that he actually posted a screenshot of this message, put it on social media, and it went viral with so many people shocked and amused by the workers. And then he put brazierness. And all I think about is a company called Brazzers when I see that.
Brazzers. Yeah, absolutely. Brazzers.
Yeah. So Brazzers ness apparently in feet. I guess in there. So yeah, there was somebody that was like, she ain't washed. Oh, there's a bad word in there. I don't know.
But I
So he
mean,
had no
I
socks.
mean, of all the excuses you could possibly use to not come into work, you're going to use my girlfriend didn't wash my socks.
Yes.
Wash your own damn socks.
Yeah.
Here's my question to you guys. Do you, if you want to call into work, do you just say, hey, look, I'm not fucking feeling good, boss. It's just not going to work today.
No,
you tell the truth, or do you come up with an excuse?
Brazzers.
I can tell you the excuse I'll use any given time because nobody ever asks questions about it. The moment you mention I've got severe diarrhea, everybody stops asking questions. They're like, hey man, I can't get off the toilet. I've got severe diarrhea. And they're like, all right, say no more. Have a good day. Just let us know that I'll see you tomorrow. And like it ends. Nobody wants that conversation.
Bring in a sample tomorrow to work. We'll see you then.
I have done that as a just in case after following my dog around all day. I'm like, you don't want to test it. You're gonna find I have a really odd diet.
Which is a great excuse, not an excuse, but a great thing to say if you work in radio like me, because look, you're either going to catch it on the chair in the studio or I'm going to be in the bathroom and I'm not going to be able to be on the air. So.
Yeah. And so this is a scaffolding company. So this guy called in. I mean, maybe it's possible he's out there in that hot weather with them stinky feet, just doesn't have enough socks. And
that's a piss poor excuse. Go without socks if you got.
I've literally gone and been like, shit, I'm out of socks, and I will turn around and go, well, this is gonna suck, and I'll grab the socks from yesterday and I'll throw those on, and I'll go at it. Like if nothing else, I'll grab a bar of soap, rinse them off real quick, grab a hair dryer. God forbid I stink up the whole room, but grab a hair dryer until they're just dry enough, throw them on, work on my day, man. Like that's a horrible.
Do you think it's possible that maybe he comes in his socks and they were crusty and he thought, hey, if she didn't wash the socks and they were still standing up in the room, that maybe it would cut his feet or he'd get some kind of infection?
Maybe, but if he's got a girlfriend, okay, two things. Number one, if he's got a girlfriend, he shouldn't have to come in his socks. Number two, although if she's not washing his fucking clothes, maybe he's coming in his socks.
He looks like a guy that would come in
her socks. I don't understand.
Maybe.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a perfect time for me to announce this is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, and just to let you know, No Nut November should not be a thing. If you're doing No Nut November, you're actually causing harm to your man's prostate. So do your job and go and lay your man down and help out with this horrible affliction.
Yes, that was the perfect segue.
Amen, brother.
So I mean, tell me this isn't a guy that looks like he comes in socks. But what's
he
ironic?
He's not even wearing
He's
socks.
He's not wearing socks in the picture.
She couldn't even
He's
wash his
literally
fucking
wearing
socks with his cruise
loafers.
that they're
Like,
on.
Are those
That's why they blurred out
slippers?
her picture. She's useless.
Here's my second
He looks
question.
like he paid to have that woman be in that photo.
Yes,
with
it
him.
does actually.
Nice. Here's my second question. Look, I've got a wife and she does wash my socks, but I never had a girlfriend wash my socks. I wasn't, I was never, hey, honey, go wash my laundry. No. Maybe it didn't last that long to where it was to an extent of go do my laundry for me. But
yeah,
I mean, there's something.
I've always been pretty self-sustaining with when I had a girlfriend. Once I got married, I was like, shit, I got to figure out what she's gonna do.
I had a buddy until he was 27. His mom did his laundry. She lived 50 miles away from him. She would come 50 miles. Or she would travel.
Look at his socks.
Come to do his laundry. I gave him so much shit for that.
Way to go, Brandon. You for any debauchery later, Brandon started it.
Yes, Brandon kicked it off. But so a couple of viewer things is can't you buy some socks on your way to work? Would you not just wear dirty socks? Backpackers wear them for 6 months at a time. What a pussy. A third added, why not just say you will lend him a pair? See what his excuse is then. And then another one said the boss should have just turned up at the worker's house with a fresh pair of socks.
I mean, I agree with two of those three because there's always going to be somebody that throws a little bit of extra added salt hate onto their comment. Like, there's no need to attack the guy like that. Like, we all know he's a pussy. You don't got to announce it. Like,
right?
So Zach
says the idea with the entire, hey, I've got a fresh pair of socks right here that have never been worn. Feel free to come on in. I'll let you have them and you can just keep those. and see what he says. If he's got another excuse, to be like, all right, now you're fired.
Yeah.
I mean,
So to answer to Zach's response or thing, whatever the hell that is, I have a nice truck, but if someone has a nicer truck, I'm going to use it, Zach.
oh, yeah, that's a
You know what I'm
metaphor.
saying?
You know what he's saying.
It's a metaphor.
So
It's a metaphor. You.
Chestnut checkers, people. Chestnut checkers.
So we're gonna just read a couple of the comments because there were some user comments on there. Let's read a couple of comments that was on the Logan picture. All right, one of them from John Wilson, which we all know. Apparently, it's cold outside, but he put "cold outside" in quotation marks and a winky face.
Yeah, it was fucking cold outside.
And a winky face. I mean, I feel like it was a little more flirtatious.
That almost makes it look like he knew what was going on down there. He might have, though. We worked together for a long time. I mean, he kind of knew. He kind of knew. He was standing right next to me during the whole thing.
And then I know I say it wrong, but I just like how it said more. Lalita. I feel like it sounds more. She says, "This is a really weird Jason skin for Friday the 13th game."
Yes.
And then You've Been Whacking Off says, "When you get to see Santa's package more than once a year." And for anybody that is wondering, this is a picture of Logan on the Instagram. He's dressed as an elf, super tight stockings. He's got some red shit on his boots. Apparently, he was on his period, and a very homemade costume. And he's got a towel around his neck as if he is Cam Newton trying to play E.T. And he doesn't have a beard, but he's got more chins than
right there. I look more productive than Cam Newton.
Yes. And then we also have so we got a couple from Grimlock that he says, I just gave the last piece of candy from the panel van smile.
Oh wow.
The look when you forget the wife has the control for your electric butt plug.
How did he know?
I don't know.
Jesus.
When Santa is coming too hard in the back door. Yeah, he said that. Tell me you're the lost Will Ferrell sperm without telling me.
That's good.
And then there's another one by a guy that says, "This is what, yeah, honey, have fun tonight. I'll hold the camera looks like." That was from Brandon J. McDermott.
That's a good one. That's
pretty good.
So that's all we have. If anybody throws in any more, we'll check that out. And we're going to continue to post another picture, and we'll keep that up for a week. Hey, what's going on, Eugene? What's going on, everybody else? Thank you guys for being here. So we just talked about the man shamed by boss after the dirty sock. So let's segue a little bit. We got the husband. We have a wife. So there's another headline by WFSB.com where a wife convinced husband that he had Alzheimer's just so she could steal some money from him. Does anybody have any guesses besides Brandon, because he sent the article, on how much money she stole from this poor guy with Alzheimer's?
It's got to be thousands, like hundreds of thousands.
Okay. Yeah. $600,000 over the course of 20 years.
These hoes ain't loyal.
Yeah. So a wife was arrested for defrauding her own husband of hundreds of thousands of dollars by convincing him that he had Alzheimer's disease.
Did you hear what the judge charged her with? Marriage.
How
she
go on?
She forged her husband's signature on legal documents, pension checks, monetary settlements, and social security checks. It was $600,000 over 20 years. His daughter Elena said her dad married Donna in 2009. Donna is 63. He looks like he's about 80. Nah, I don't know. Here, I'll show you guys. So this is the guy. He's got twins. I don't think they're his.
Holy shit! Is that the guy that did the comment cult? It looks just like him.
Donna, that's Donna Marino. She used to be married to Dan Marino. So when they split up, she didn't get enough money from him, so she said, "You know what? I'm going to convince this guy." So I'm going to continue to go through the article and see how she was able to convince this guy. So
she left Dan because she couldn't stand the smell of his feet.
Yeah,
like dolphins.
Jesus Christ,
dolphins. I would imagine dolphins have to stink.
Can you get some isotoners for those fucking toes, Dan? Jesus Christ.
10 years later after the marriage, so this is 2019, she saw her dad's credit score had dropped hundreds of points. That's when she started to become suspicious of his wife, Donna. So apparently the daughter, Elena, she is a investigator. And she's investigating
It
this.
took her 10 years. She's not that good.
Yeah, definitely. Police said they first received a complaint from the husband in March 2020. So it took another year.
Yeah.
The husband then makes a complaint. He told investigators that Donna controlled all of his finances, and she had been stealing all the way back from 1999. Okay. So the dates are all over the goddamn place. So he was unaware and it was happening until it was brought to his attention. Then there were some more investigators. We can continue to go on here. But yeah, I'm curious because apparently she convinced him that he had Alzheimer's disease. So apparently she was managed to keep her activities from the husband and just kept believing. She said she believed telling him that would prevent him from going to the bank and noticing the low bank account balances. I'm really curious. So
I'm lost.
Yeah. You got.
How in the hell can you convince someone they have Alzheimer's?
So apparently she was making up stories in the morning, telling him that he was running around the house chasing her. He was chasing her, saying, "Get out of my house. I don't know you," she said. It's starting to get good, I think. So then the family said John's mother suffered from Alzheimer's disease. Being diagnosed with the disease was his biggest fear. Oh, so Elena then said,
so she played his own fears against him.
Played his own
which is gonna
fear.
make him even more convinced. Oh yeah.
And apparently she had pawned some of the belongings, which was jewelry, very rare coins. And apparently he looked right at Elena and was like, he's looking at me and he's going, "Honey, is this true? I'm broke." She's like, "Yeah, Dad, you're broke." And I said, "He's crying. Imagine your father crying to you." It was awful. And he's like, I have Alzheimer's. Do I have Alzheimer's? And she was like, "No, Dad, you don't. She's been lying to you."
Damn, man. Can you fuck?
Okay.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm like, oh, so I don't have Alzheimer's, but I can still be tried for, crime of passion. Sweet. I'm choking this woman to death.
Yeah. So Marino told police that she often used the money to help other family members with rent, groceries, and car payments without her husband's consent. There was arrest warrant, not a warrant. And she turned herself into the police headquarters. She was charged with first-degree larceny and third-degree forgery. She had a $25,000 bail. She's going to be facing the judge. That's wild.
Let's do a breakdown. Okay, so at what point in your measly, pathetic, I'm kind of dumb life, and I'm speaking to the four of us because we're all kind of there. At what point,
fair enough,
after your wife, who, let's be honest, like she's 20 years younger than you think she's awesome, whatever. But at what point do you like go from, I don't have Alzheimer's, like I wasn't running around chasing, I remember everything about yesterday, to wake up and be like, holy fuck, she's right. I must be doing that. The moment that any one of us finally got a little like suspected, like, what the hell is she talking? You'd film the shit, or you'd go somewhere else, or you'd have someone watch and then catch her in her own fucking lie.
But you have Alzheimer's. But if you truly believe that you have Alzheimer's, wouldn't you also believe that maybe I told myself at some point in time to do that and I kept forgetting to do it?
And the guy's 80 now, right?
I threw that number out. Just based on looks. I don't know.
They've been together. He's older in life. They've been together for about 12 years, 2008, 2009. Yeah. I mean, you get up there, I'm with Toby on the thinking of like, hey, I came into the room and forgot what I was looking for. That's happened a lot this week. Maybe I do have, So she's definitely played on him and manipulated him. And it's pretty fucked.
I mean, hell, I did it 5 times today. I walked in the room and went, wait, what the fuck am I here for?
Yeah.
So now imagine you're in your 60s, and maybe your grandpa had it, or your dad had it, or Uncle John did, So,
God.
All right. So who do we blame this on?
Her
or his daughter,
absolutely.
who should have caught on.
No, absolutely her. The daughter obviously didn't even attempt to start even digging into it until something seemed way off.
Yeah, kudos to her daughter.
Kudos to the daughter for at least looking into it, because there's plenty of people that are getting along in age. It's especially prevalent in the United States where people get along in age and their kids just stop giving a shit about them. let's at least give some kudos to this daughter for still caring enough about her dad to take care of him.
Yeah.
Even though he's leading a bunch of people wearing Nikes to fucking put bags on their heads and fucking worship Haley's Comet. It's still, Heaven's Gate.
And holding twin babies that he thought were his, but they're actually not.
Yeah, those are mine, by the way. I just wanted to make sure that we're all clear about that those were mine.
Nice 25-year-old pop culture reference there with the Haley's Comet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Somebody's got to do the Hale-Bop Comet, the Heaven's Gate thing, man. I just watched the thing on it, so it was interesting.
So some might say, Marino, she's with this older guy. Maybe she's a gold digger. Maybe it's just because old boy just has a golden penis. Have you guys heard of golden?
No. She's a gold digger.
Have you guys heard of golden penis syndrome though?
Syndrome?
Before today, I've never heard of it.
I am so far removed from any of that.
So there's an article from the NewYorkPost.com.
Of course there is.
Yes. And it says men with golden penis syndrome are ruining sex and dating for women. So nobody really, you guys don't know what this means. So I read ahead of the article. So I would
wait a minute. This doesn't have anything to do with the guy that sent Angel penis portrait on OnlyFans today, is it?
It could be. Maybe.
Okay. Now
It's a medical term. I would love to see your guesses. So Logan, I want you to guess first what you think golden penis syndrome is.
Oh, it's clearly the dude from Jersey who thinks he's all that, thinks he's got himself a big old work hammer, and he doesn't. So he puts no effort into anything and thinks that the girl just loves his shit. Okay. That's my guess.
Brandon, do you have any guesses on what is golden penis syndrome?
It's the newest the newest STD to hit the market.
I thought you were going to say it's the newest P.T. Barnum Circus Act.
I thought
he's got a gold penis.
I thought he was going to say PTSD. I was like, wait, what?
Oh, I was almost went there, but I had the wrong acronym.
A PPSTD.
Oh.
All right, Toby, you have any guesses on the golden?
My assumption is that the golden penis syndrome is somebody that thinks that they're so grand and great or whatever that no woman deserves to be on it, and they refuse to have sex with anybody because they're protecting their own legacy.
All right.
Okay, so let's get into this. And my favorite part of this article is it talks about this, and then on the left it says more on penises. so there's a whole bunch of segue on penises. Apparently, I'll show you that after. So
apparently, more on penises.
Oh yeah, more on penises. Beware the college grad cad is how it starts off. Men with college degrees have become so cocky. I like how they use that word, that they're actually ruining romance for their female counterparts. One leading expert alleges. Only one leading expert, apparently. And
she's the one that slept with all of them.
Yes, apparently. Yeah. So apparently 40.5% of college students in the United States are male. And this is according to the National Student Clearinghouse, kind of like the Publish Clearinghouse. But
just this company works with college students with penises. So
yes, only the penises. So 40.5. So that means what's the math on it? 59.5 are women. So that's good odds for these guys, I guess. Meaning that they're in short supply and high demand when dating on campus. So a lack of competition has led these men to develop golden penis syndrome, an arrogance that stems from the assumption that a steady supply of females will be sexually interested in them.
Oh.
So they're dumb as shit.
So kind of almost like the opposite of what I was saying then.
Yes.
Where it's not that they won't give it up, it's that they feel like giving it up to more women makes them that more women that want to be with them makes them the more desirable guy because they're like, well, I'm in demand.
But I think you're also right. I think they're being too choosy.
Oh, absolutely.
Which is stupid. You can't be choosy.
And then it says golden penis syndrome has led these smug males, to engage in dastardly dating practices such as cheating and ghosting. Who the fuck ghosts people still? Because they're confident.
Forever.
As Toby runs off.
Yeah. I'm a ghost. And they're ghosting and cheating because they're confident that another woman will just kind of fill that role. There's so many women that they don't.
They're dumb.
Yeah. So apparently the term was coined by frustrated female students at Sarah Lawrence College in upstate New York.
An all-girls school. I believe. Still,
Is it?
still? It definitely
3/4 of all enrollees are the fair sex. So that means a quarter males.
Sarah Lawrence
Quar-
might not be all girls now. That
yeah, it
makes
must
sense.
not be, but I mean, I guess
All lives
it's
matter
hard
now,
to
so.
base it off if if it was an all girl school, and if you're a guy or two that gets put into an all girl school, yeah, you should have a golden penis syndrome because you're gonna have a golden penis. You're gonna have your pick. It's like being on a bachelor show where you show up with you and 30 women or whatever it is.
Right,
You get to pick.
You get to pick, but why not pick all of them?
Brandon,
If
you're
it's
holding
1
back.
to 30, let's say it's 1 to 30, just because that's the number you just threw out. If it's 1 to 30, I am not going to pick just 10. That's dumb.
In hearing what you're saying here, I do do not doubt this is not a real thing. I think it is, of course.
Yeah,
I
was
a non-traditional college student. I graduated in 2020 at the age of 30. God, how old was I? 34. But I will say this: it just seems like this article is not very, how do we say, scientific, because it certainly wasn't that way where I was. I don't know if it was 60-40 or 59 41 or whatever.
Are you talking about the years you went to college, Brandon?
No. nice. Percentage of women to male folks on campus. So what I'm getting at is basically the way it reads at the beginning. It's almost as if she's drawing and connecting these dots without any real, like, the survey said.
I'm not gonna. I kind of agree with Brandon on this. So, like, in all honesty, every college campus I've ever been to in my entire life, I have seen, just walking around, I have seen much more of a higher population of females walking around than males. Right? Like, and I don't know what male would feel the need to be choosy when there's a higher ratio for them to. I mean, if you have an overabundance of one, I mean, it's not like women are going to be fighting over you just because there's a 4% difference in ratio.
I also will say, and I don't want to mispronounce the name here. Is it Lilette or Lilette?
I say
Lilette. This seems like the kind of person that would do this, and I've had a lot of friends like this who are the only child and are mama dearest type boys.
Absolutely.
Mommy's told them they're the special boy and they only can find one woman and she must be perfect. So
they treat all other women like shit.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So let's agree on one thing. Just don't be a shitty dude. And let's make sure that none of the viewers, and obviously none of us, we already know we're past the age. We're never going to have golden penises.
Good God, no.
I mean, none of us are rich enough to have a golden penis, because I'm sure you can make that happen. Because one thing not to segue into this, because there is a whole bunch of penis articles that I think are fucking hilarious that we're going to transition to. But what about the golden tooth? Do you remember, like, growing up seeing people with like golden, like a golden tooth?
It was always like the incisor.
Yeah,
or like the one right next to it, in between the incisor and in the front tooth.
Fucking weird.
Are those not cool anymore?
What were they before?
I don't know. I would
if
like
your name didn't start with Flava Flav, it wasn't all right to do it to begin with.
Well, you got to understand one thing about Matt's little history. Matt loves himself, and not that I don't either. Not that any of us don't have some good respect for some good old-fashioned rap.
Oh.
But Matt, I don't know what you thought I was going to say. I just should have kept going.
Yeah, I was like, you just started. We've been talking about penis, and you're like,
Matt loves
himself. I'm like, I'm here for this.
Matt is a hip hopster from way back.
Oh,
if
Public
Matt
Enemy
had
boy.
A golden tooth, he would have.
I still will. Like if I was ever at the dentist and they were like, "Listen, this tooth's a little fucked up, but for your insurance is going to cover it."
For the
Would you like a golden tooth?
$9.99, 40 easy installments.
Like just one. I mean, people are putting diamonds on teeth.
I don't get that either. Like, all I could think of when I think of like diamond crusted or jewel encrusted teeth is how it's going to rip against the inside of your gum.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, I've gotten into bar fights, and the last thing I want to think about is somebody jamming my lip into a diamond and just walking away with that thing just split. Because I say some dumb shit, guys. I've been punched in the face a lot.
Yeah,
you look like it actually.
Yeah. The nose used to be like way smaller. Like, I am the exact opposite of the Michael Jackson syndrome. I'm going back to young Michael, slowly but surely.
Do you think he had the golden penis syndrome, or did you think he just maybe had a golden?
He just had a golden penis.
Yeah, I think Michael just hit the first thing that would have it.
Oh Yes, and there's so many other jokes. We're going to transition
let's
because
moving
it's
along.
going to turn dark pretty quick. So apparently this is a weird segue, but so earlier I showed you, it just says more on penises. And if you're wondering, like it really says right there, more on penises. So New York Post, I feel like we could have a lot of fun with this. Like if the proper articles were
talking about penises, right?
And then it just kept segueing. So the first one,
tune into Beard Laws. We're gonna have some fun with penises.
And we are not a political show, so we're not trying to get into the vaxxers, the unvaccination. But one of them says, the first one says, doctors warn men to get COVID vaccination. Do it for your penis.
I've heard this. Please,
and apparently there's viral videos about save the future boners is the hashtag. So it's a 2-minute vax promo, and it begins with Meadows and other male actors reminiscing about the first time they got a boner, and as well as the fun times that they had with their no longer private parts. So then it cuts into a panel of real life doctors who apparently men who have had COVID are 6 times more likely to develop erectile dysfunction.
Whoa.
Wow. So
I believe it.
So apparently all the doctors are now trying to push it to the males, golden penises or not, whether they're golden penises or silver penises or bronze penises, or maybe, just that weird Middle Eastern grandfather that had one. And it was the coolest thing.
I'm guessing she's talking about golden teeth.
Yeah, I would go with that same safe assumption. But it was a perfect.
You know what?
It was a perfect way.
He was probably cool enough. He had both. Let's be real about it.
But my favorite quote in this art. Go ahead, Brandon.
I was just going to say, according to the radio ad that runs on my station every day, 1 in 4 men have problems with ED.
Oh, and then if people that have COVID are 6 times more likely, that's like a lot of percentage. That's so one of us in this room is going to suffer from ED.
Wait a minute.
We're starting to look at like the 22 a day style syndrome going on here.
Hold on, though. If it's true and if it happens and people don't get vaccinated and get COVID, the numbers go up for those who did golden penis syndrome.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
See, and we're right back
I
to
am
it,
rare.
Dylan. And we're right back. See, chess, not checkers.
So the Levine, I'm not sure who Levine is because I skipped a lot of this. So we're gonna say it's the basketball player Levine. I'm pretty sure that sounds like a basketball player name. He said that he was on board as soon as he heard the idea about getting vaccinated to do it for your penis. Hashtag save the future boners. Given all the misinformation out there, we'd rather people get facts from the doctors who've devoted their lives to studying the penis than rumors from Nicki Minaj's cousin friend in Trinidad.
Of course.
Yeah, that was the link. So apparently could you imagine being a doctor that devoted your whole life to study penises?
No, but
I feel like I am one right now on my own.
I did definitely meet somebody today that was an online proctologist.
Ooh, what?
Oh, gotta have good cameras.
Did anybody else here know that was an actual job description for anything?
Spread it a little farther, Timmy.
Like I was like, so what do you do? I was like, they're like, oh, I'm an internet proctologist. I went, so you study TikTok or I don't.
Get your other hand back there.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to need you to bend over and stick something up your own butt because I can't. What do you think?
But they essentially they get sent photos, I guess, of people's starfish, and they have to.
That just wink at me.
I told you not to eat chili before this.
Didn't I tell you no peanuts before this appointment?
Wow. Yeah, exactly. What a life Toby must live to be able to have conversations.
Toby knows some cool ass people. No pun intended.
It gets weird. It gets weird.
Yeah. So apparently, Lolita was there. Watch you physically reboot your brain. So interesting. So apparently, this is the show about penises. But here's a little known thing: Elvis Presley got an erection filming Girls, 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 and it wasn't edited out. Did you guys know that? Elvis Presley was well known for making the woman swoon with his moves. However, the king of rock and roll apparently turned himself on as well, getting excited while shooting a dance scene with the actress Laurel Goodwin during the 1962 musical comedy Girls, Girls, Girls. The steamy scene was described in Good Rockin' Tonight, a memoir about Presley's former manager, Joe Esposito. Damn pants were rubbing me the wrong way, and I couldn't stop the feeling. The Burning Love singer supposedly told Esposito of the tentpole moment.
I'm not gonna lie to you. As an actor myself, I always have that fear of being in a scene with any female and having like any sort of intimate moment, because I'm a very touch sensitive person, that I'm always gonna have that fear that I'm like, oh.
You know, maybe.
Oh.
So we're not going to play the music, but so here he is. He's dancing. He's having a good time. He's just
At
doing
least
it.
he's wearing black pants.
Ready?
That is for sure. I was supposed to be ready.
I wasn't ready.
I wanted to go my whole life without seeing Elvis's boner.
Bro, I tell you what, though, that was like, can we just admire the fact that the
quick.
size and the girth of it, like, literally met her exact curve in the front? Like, it's
That
like
was
those two were meant to dance together.
Yes. Well, that's why he did it. He was like, I am the perfect height. Just
You guys are missing the
He's
good
like,
old-
And apparently he said, geez, what you know what he said? He said, he ran over to his manager and exclaimed, "Did you see that? Did you see what happened below the belt? Geez, I hope they don't have to reshoot this." Apparently Presley said, and little Elvis did make the final cut.
well, can you play it again?
Yes, yeah, we can fill that again. Yeah, why not?
let's
All right.
let's watch Elvis's boner.
Ladies and
Magnify.
gentlemen, let's watch
Magnify.
Elvis.
Zoom that in, would you?
Could we?
Handsome fella he is.
One of the best.
And right about.
And I love that they did a cut straight to it. Like there was no hiding that. And every time it happens, it
Get
zooms
out.
in.
Yeah.
You weren't supposed to have a boner here. Get out.
One of the
I'm gonna
one of the
keep
best
time.
comments on the YouTube is just a big hunk of love.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have never thought that we would be sitting here not only talking about penises, but seeing an Elvis boner. I
We've
mean,
reached the top. Let's be honest.
Well, he definitely did. I mean,
and then
of the belt buckle. Like,
Don't you
good
mean
Lord.
they even broke it down in a picture.
Of course they did.
Like he's kind of trying to not to look down, but look at it too. He's like, oh fuck.
shit.
And she's backed away because she's seen it. She's like, son of a bitch is gonna stab me with that
And
thing.
he actually covered it up a little bit.
And through the scene, you can watch the YouTube video if you click on it through whatever. You can kind of watch his hands try to cover himself up a little bit through this.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
And
that is my biggest fear as an actor, is running into that kind of issue. Not just because like and it's not even because, you know, like I'm afraid it's going to be caught on camera. It's because of what the reaction is going to be of the actress that I'm working with. You know, I'm like, I am so sorry. Like, I just want to let you know, that is not a like.
How do you defend that with her? Be like, dude,
can't.
I'm
Wait,
sorry.
defend-
I'm
wait,
sorry.
wait.
I find you so striking, or my pants are rubbing the wrong way, or be like, I don't think of you like that, which is going to maybe like, I wouldn't do you. Sorry, I don't know where it came from. But,
Don't worry, Toby. I didn't even notice it.
Yeah, well, no,
that's going to be the answer.
well, that's gonna be. Then I'll be comfortable again because it's like I'm in the scene with my wife.
so let's talk one more penis story, because why not? Because New York Post is
More on
just
penises.
full of them.
More
So
on penises.
a doctor on a social media app that we're going to remain nameless here explains how to tell a guy's penis size without using a ruler. Yeah, I feel like this could be handy for the fellas and the ladies. So
Did say describe the penis size without the use of a ruler, or measure?
explains how to tell a guy's penis size without using a ruler.
Your
Oh,
hands.
there we go.
And it starts off-
We're not doing that. We're not doing the whole like 3 times the length of your thumb thing, are we?
No ruler, no problem. A doctor has divulged an unconventional hack to gauge the size of a man's penis without him dropping his trousers. You just simply glance at their hands. You can guess the size of a man's cactus. He referred the penis as a cactus.
fucked up.
If
You
your
shouldn't have
penis,
prickly things on your dick.
if your penis looks like a cactus, you should consider reaching to a doctor. So,
Yep.
all right, so here we
That's why
go.
they're already there.
You can tell how the size of a man's cactus by how short his index finger is. Okay, a shorter index finger compared to the ring finger correlates to a bigger snozwaggler. That's what he said.
This is
That came from a doctor?
Yes,
To the ring finger, or the middle finger.
a shorter index finger compared to the ring finger.
he's an
Well, there you
online
go.
proctologist, by the way.
This is known as the second to fourth digit ratio, calculated by dividing the length of the index finger by the length of the ring finger. The smaller the index finger, the
Logan.
lower the 2D/4D ratio. Think of this.
Wait a minute. What's one supposed to be bigger?
Your ring finger should be bigger, Logan, you poor bastard. You short dick man.
Oh no!
I wasn't even.
Oh,
Is that what it is?
Logan.
I wasn't even listening. I was just looking at my fingers, being like, I know
Yes.
how big. I know
Here.
how big it is, and I'm not worried about it.
There's
but,
a
like,
cactus
What is
in the 2D/4D.
they're the same fucking size?
You divide the length of the index finger by the length of the ring finger. The smaller the index finger, the lower the ratio. So a shorter index finger compared to your ring finger correlates to a bigger one. So if you're
So I'm lost. So my my index
Toby,
finger.
you're muted.
My index finger is supposed to be smaller than my ring finger. Is that what we're saying?
No, I mean, if you want a smaller penis, yes.
Wait. Okay. Toby, you're muted.
Yes.
There you go.
Logan, flip your hands around.
All
Flip
right.
them around. All right, now do this. If this one, okay, if those is shorter than this, Captain Winky is bigger.
This one's long. This
if
one's longer.
if this is shorter than this, Captain Winky belongs on a teddy bear.
This one's
I am
shorter.
sorry.
Wait, okay.
Yes.
So here's my index finger. This one's longer. This one's shorter.
Oh no! Why are you moving fingers on different hands, Logan?
Because they're different.
No, Logan.
You can't cheat the system, Logan.
Logan, hold up these two fingers. Okay. Now I'm just gonna help you out.
All right.
Close one hand. Now you've only got one finger up, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now put this finger up. You gotta hold it up. Go ahead.
I got it. I can't
Hold it up
All right,
with your
here.
hand.
Go ahead. Go ahead
Stop,
and just go. It's okay. Go ahead and Hunger Games it. Go ahead. Hunger Games it. All right. Now, if this finger, okay,
Yep.
is longer than your pointer or your index finger, okay, Captain Wingy is happy. But yours, unfortunately, belongs in the Build-A-Bear workshop because this one is way shorter.
Oh, Paddington Bear.
All right. So, but this hand's different. I can't even Hunger Games this shit. This one is like,
Built
Matt, can you do me a favor and just explain this to him?
no.
after this
I got you.
podcast?
I got you now.
We'll get through there. So just to
So
sum it
one's
up,
longer,
a
one's
shorter
So
a shorter index finger compared to your ring finger means you have a bigger cactus or snozwaggler.
Snozwaggler. You can't use snozwaggler if you're a doctor.
Are you talking about penis measurements or where you're from in Michigan? Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, which
what-
hand? This one's different.
I don't know. He's in the picture showing
completely
it
fucking
on his left hand.
I know who I am. Damn it.
Okay, so a smaller digit ratio points to high exposure to testosterone, and yeah, it goes on with sciencey shit. But we're gonna move on from that, and we have one more article that we're gonna squeeze in here because I just looked at the clock and it's almost the end of the hour, which is unreal.
Do we have the spinny thing too? Do we have time to do the spinny thing?
Yeah, we got time for the spinny thing.
All right, let's do the
Pizza
spinny
Hut hits back after diners complaint about its sexualized tomato sauce bottle. This is a real article from
Or own
news.com.au. So apparently there was a tomato sauce bottle wording that he believed to be too sexual for the family-friendly restaurant. And apparently, the Pizza Hut has replied to a customer who recently expressed his distaste for wording what was on the sauce. So this is unreal. What did they put on the sauce? Let's just jump to it. Fast food giant Pizza Hut replied. I already said that last month. Slammed Pizza Hut following a dining experience at the Hall. Of course, this was in England. Outline where he likened its tomato sauce label to an app for swingers. LAD Bible reported. So he was on. The sticker read "Shake, Squeeze, and Squirt." And
He
apparently,
found that offensive.
apparently he thought it was too sexual.
Should have handed it to his wife and said, "Let's try something new after Pizza Hut, babe."
He
I
said,
just got an idea.
He said it's not innocent in his eyes. The barbecue sauce one said squeeze, but the ketchup one said it put me off using it. It literally sounds like an app for swingers.
Get over yourself.
I mean, I've never been on an app for swingers, but I mean, so shake, squeeze, and squirt apparently is an app. I feel like that's too long for an app name.
I once watched a documentary about the JFK assassination, and one of the senators who was a part of the process of doing the research on this. I promise this is going somewhere.
What?
He said at the end, he says, what you see in the JFK assassination or even the moon landing or any other conspiracy theory says more about you as a person than what is actually there. And I think this is exactly the same deal. What you are seeing, if you are seeing sex in Pizza Hut ketchup bottles, that says more about you as a person than it does about the ketchup bottle.
I hope Pizza Hut told this guy to go get bent. Like, fuck you. Don't be a douche. That would be my public response on all the social medias, the Facebookies, the TikTok. If I was Pizza, I'd be the president of Pizza. I'd be that guy. I'd be like, "Hey, ketchup guy, go fuck yourself." And that would be the end of the conversation.
Yeah, I mean, it says shake, squeeze, and squirt.
That's what you do with ketchup.
That's what you. I mean, barbecue sauce. You don't really have to shake, squeeze, and squirt.
Less water. You don't have to shake it.
I'm sorry. I'm still on the JFK thing.
Back and to the left. Back and to the
left. So we did the that's fucking people are so
fucked
stupid.
up.
Yeah, like it's just unreal.
It's funny though. I'm glad there's stupid people in this world.
Are you?
Yes, because otherwise we'd all be like gods.
I don't know about that.
We would.
We would maybe have
a
golden
comparison of like that's like saying, hey, go into a place and you say, what sizes do you have? And they say, we have medium and large. It's impossible.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have a medium without a small. You have to have the lowest rank to be the highest rank. Otherwise, there's no comparison. It's not that we'd all be gods. We'd all be the same.
All right.
He's like, fuck it. All right,
Well,
you win.
I don't know.
He's like, no, Toby. There's average.
I had
people,
something
and
in my
there's
head.
people of higher
with the God
intelligence.
thing.
No,
As soon
there
as
is
they
no
said it, I was
average.
like, maybe not. But I had something in my head when I said it. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Shake, squeeze, and squirt, man.
Shake, squeeze, and squirt. Let's throw in a picker wheel real quick on the fly. For anybody that doesn't know, the picker wheel is a wheel that is all of the viewer submitted questions on one wheel. We spin it, we talk about it. And we just spun pizza or wings. Brandon, you are a food guy. I want you to kick this off. Pizza or wings?
It depends on how hungry I am. It depends on if I'm drinking. It depends on exactly what I want to get into for the evening. If I want to take a nap, I'm eating pizza. If I'm out staying and drinking with friends, I'm going to go wings because it's going to keep me awake and it's not going to the carbs aren't going to put me to sleep right away.
I like it.
I love both though. Both are great. You can't go wrong if they're done right.
True. Very true. Toby, what are you going? Pizza?
I'm wings guy regardless. For one, less carbs. I think we all know that's how I lost a lot of weight, was cutting down a lot of carbs. Two, chicken is like one of my favorite meals, and I cannot get enough of hot wings. I will destroy hot wings before I'll look at a pizza and be like, all right, I'll eat a pizza because it's available. But if you gave me the option, I am sticking with hot wings every day.
Respectable.
Yeah, I like it. Logan?
I horrible amounts of pizza. But it's kind of always because pizza's always there. I eat pizza for lunch. I rarely ever eat wings for lunch, right? Like you don't go out to eat wings for lunch unless it's Saturday. So I would go.
You can
I'll-
only eat wings on Saturdays for lunch.
Yeah, unless they're leftovers.
Oh.
Like I don't go on like a. I don't know. I guess I don't know. It's a tough question. I love them both.
It's pretty easy. Pizza or wings.
It's not pretty easy for me.
Oh.
I love them both.
He's like, but it's not. It's medium and
Left
large.
boob, right boob. I'll eat them at the same time. They're great. Not that I eat boobs. I'm just saying.
Jesus Christ.
I've inhaled a few in my time, both wings and
I've tried.
Oh, Toby,
But
you got him.
Brandon's kind of right. If you're just flat out drinking for the night, you're going for the hot wings. So I gotta go kind of both. I don't know.
You can't. It's pizza or wings.
Fuck, I don't want it. Whiskey.
Okay, Logan out of pizza or wings, he picks whiskey. I'm going pizza. I'm just going pizza. I'm a pizza guy. I like chicken wings. I don't give a fuck about the carbs. I love all the carbs. Go ahead.
One question. So are you a ranch or a blue cheese person when it comes to wings? And if you're a pizza person, do you dip it in ranch?
No to all of that. Hard nose. I when I go chicken wings, I enjoy the flavor of the wings. I don't do the dipping.
Yeah.
And I definitely don't dip the pizza in anything.
No,
That's
I'm not gonna lie to you. If I'm eating like a wing challenge or a progressively, like if I'm sitting down and I'm progressively having a hotter and hotter wing each time I have a wing, I'll have the ranch on standby to kind of quell it a little bit. Like if somebody's like, "Hey, this is really hot," what I'll do is I'll take
that's a fucking
I'll take
great
a
word.
bite.
Word.
Yeah, thank you,
that's good.
thank you.
I like that.
You know, the mustache is gone, intelligence went up. So I
Is that KWEL?
yeah, that's no QUELL. So if I take a bite of the wing and I realize it's just got an exorbitant amount of spice and it's more difficult for me to get the flavor out of it, then I'll just say, forget it, man. Like this one's, it's like you literally made this hot for no other reason than to be hot, and there's no sense on me tasting that. I'd rather just have the ranch and the chicken meat.
Yeah, Logan, what are you? You ranch, blue cheese?
Neither.
Whiskey.
I like if I'm going wings, I'm going hot. And celery and blue cheese on the side if it's there, but I eat that separately. But for me, it's I cannot eat wings with blue cheese or celery or blue cheese or ranch on them. The texture just fucks with my head and I can't eat it.
Brandon, what do you do on it?
Blue cheese on wings. I'll eat ranch with them too. It's not like a either or for me, but I have to choose blue cheese. And with pizza, the only time I can eat pizza with ranch is if the pizza's cold. I can't. The idea of hot pizza and ranch is just gross.
Or a reheated pizza. Like I'll have reheated pizza with ranch. Now, if I'm gonna dip my pizza into something, it's gotta be the garlic butter sauce from like Papa John's or something, because that stuff is just killer.
No,
I'm a hot sauce guy too, though. I know you are, but I don't know if you dip pizza in hot sauce.
I don't think if I'm usually gonna have hot sauce, I put it on the pizza and then eat the slice.
if you're eating a cold pizza that's somewhat bland the next morning, hot sauce does wonders.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see the hot sauce there. I'm just a straight pizza guy, but yeah, look at that. That was like one of the. Go ahead.
Oh, we got her.
He's a ranch guy. Fuck.
I mean, I'm sorry. Blue cheese is literally molded cheese. I don't need that in my system. I have enough bacteria running through to pretty much kill everything else that's in there already. I'm not going to introduce more.
Why I
Blue
drink
cheese is how COVID started.
That's what I heard. I googled it once. But guys, that was episode 108. So fast, and we'd love to continue.
Holy shit.
Yeah, more on penises.
Yeah, we talked about. So I'm gonna go on record.
Episode, by the way.
More on penises. I don't think I can put penises in the title, but I think I put like gold members or something.
That's not bad.
I'm gonna have to change it to slog. What is it? Slogwazen or
you can have ball peen hammer talk.
I have cactus in there. We'll put cactus in there. But,
more on cacti.
But yeah, that was awesome. So I'm going to go on record and say that we are not going to read articles about penises, but we're dudes, so there's going to probably be some talk about poop or penises or buttholes, because that's just kind of
because we have them or do them.
What just kind of happened. We have them, we do them. That's what Logan says about the buttholes.
And in some point in time, it's going to relate to both JFK and Elvis.
Yes, and boners.
Oh, dude,
but
we saw Elvis's boner today.
yes, that should be in the headline. We saw Elvis's boner today.
That's a win.
That was something that none of us in this room expected, even with
Brandon,
the articles.
you're excited too. He's just trying to be all professional.
You can't see my hands, so.
Oh.
Oh my god.
That moment from last week, I listened to it later on and still cried laughing.
If anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, go back, watch episode 107. It's toward the end, and there's going to be a highlight of that coming out very soon. So stay tuned because
that should be on the intro.
It should. We should put that on the intro. Maybe we
Just
will.
him. Just
It's now time for the start of the show, and just maybe that maybe somebody could come up with a whole song about.
Just be like, it's now time for the start of the show. Are you ready? Now you are.
yeah, now you are.
So there's no better way to say goodbyes, I guess, than with a good. I know we're just gonna move
Stop
on.
on by to Brandon's Quick Lube.
109 is next week. We can't thank every single person that watched this show, continues to watch it, and there it is. There's the hat thing. The sound of that wasn't Brandon's wallet. It wasn't his Velcro zipper. It was his hat. And we're going to continue to giggle off stage like we got the giggles. But either way, thank you, dudes. Thank you to everybody watching this. We greatly appreciate every single one of you. We're going to hit you with the outro, and we'll be back.
I'm upset about my fingers, by the way.
Yes. We've learned a lot about each other. We'll see you next week for more penis talk. And hopefully this was the best part of your Thursday because it was the best part of mine. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Peace.